My name's Alex. I'm the owner of Onami Kimchi, and today I'm going to show you how to make kimchi. The most important thing is the selection of your vegetables. As you can see, some of the vegetables have been either eaten by bugs, which is a good sign. It means there's not many pesticides being used. Keep those out while the good ones are doing their thing. So I just take them and I put them in quarters, and they just end up in a box like this. Make a brine. And a brine is just water and salt. I always do mine at about 7.5%. Another really important thing is to make sure everything is eventually under the water. This is just water in a vacuum bag. And then this I'll put in the fridge because it's always safer to be at lower temperatures, around 4 or 5 degrees. And then I leave it for about a day, 2 days. You'll know that it's fully saturated with the salt if it's flexible like this. Most people actually think that the lactic acid bacteria comes from the cabbage itself, but actually only a very small percent comes from the cabbage. Most of it is coming from your garlic. We're going to grind up the garlic, the shallots, and the pry and ginger. Once it's blended, then it has more of a possibility of producing the bacteria. We're going to shred the retic and make small pieces from the carrot. Your kimchi can get a bit sour, and it's always nice to have a bit of that balance between sour and sweet. What I've done is actually equal parts chili and sugar. Chili flakes actually have an antifungal property to it, and this also helps with preserving your cabbage so you don't get fungus or any extra growth on it. We have one more ingredient that we can mix into that serves two purposes actually. One is to make it a bit more wet so that you can get it on the cabbage. The other is actually that there's some live bacteria inside of this, and this will even help the process. And it's important to get as much of the mix in between, so you just rub it. You can be rough with it. I'm gonna pack this in, but I'm not going to pack it too tight, and I don't want to fill it too high. One of the byproducts of the fermentation is lactic acid, is carbon dioxide. And so everything will get filled with this carbon dioxide and it will swell. I always like to end it with just one layer of the chili paste, just to sort of protect the cabbage. Even though this is going to be sealed, there's still some oxygen in here. So you just take a small piece of plastic, and this we'll leave outside for a day, and then if I feel like I can put it in the fridge, you can even wait another day. But eventually you want to have this in a cool environment between 4 and 9 degrees or so. This is kimchi. Should be ready in about 2 to 3 weeks, but don't rush it. Have patience. You can try it every day, but just, well, I can't tell you when it's going to be ready. You'll know when it's ready.